Negotiate a win-win conflict resolution. Do you feel good when you have taken advantage of other people? What if you have been taken advantage of by other people? The former will develop pride while the latter will develop lower self-esteem. Both will degrade either your value or your self-worth. So in the end, the losing-winning situation doesn't make everybody happy. You can turn that into something acceptable for both conflicting parties by aiming a win-win situation on a negotiation. Negotiating for a win-win resolution can be difficult if the two parties are not willing to talk civilly. Once the willingness to negotiate is achieved, it's time that both parties prepare for the negotiation. There are certain factors you have to think over when preparing. These are goals. What do you want and what does the other party want? Clear out both your goals so you know where to meet. Getting and giving away. What are the things that you and the other party want to get and the things that you both willing to give away? You'll use these things when coming up with the best win-win situation to resolve the conflict. Anticipation. What are your anticipations for the negotiation? Face it, you'll either agree or disagree in the negotiation. This may not turn out so well or might just turn out right. Of course, both the parties want the best, but be sure to anticipate disagreement. Plan B. In times of disagreement, what are your alternatives? You should have a plan B in case negotiating with the other party will not turn out so well. Risks. What are the possible risks with the win-win offer? Although it's called a win-win, it's not still the ideal goal you want to achieve. That's okay if that will be acceptable to you. But accepting will need you to risk some things. The other party will have to risk, too. Keep all these things in mind when preparing for the negotiation. Don't forget to consider all these during the negotiation. It's important that both parties have the desire to settle the conflict and come up with a resolution that both will benefit. Emotional outbursts should be avoided because being emotional dilutes the rationale. When negotiating, you need to be more rational than emotional. But this doesn't mean you should forget about human emotion. Moreover, the other person will expect that you will give up something for him to reach his goals. If that's the case, you should demand something to compensate for the thing you will give up. That is called as the risk of the other party. Now if the other party cannot take the risk to agree on your demand, then ask him to give up something so you can reach your goals. As usual, this person should be compensated for something he will give up. This should be agreeable for you and the other party. Now, how will you know if you have reached a win-win agreement? Both of you should feel that you somehow won in the agreement. It may not be necessary that both of you reached your goal, but at least, both of you got something beneficial.